Hey, look, a John Deere dealer actually has some inventory in stock. A lot of inventory. Here's a 4850 that caught my eye. Kind of a unusual configuration. It's 18-4-26 fronts, and they've given them a fresh coat of paint. And this is a late 50 series. It's got the John Deere axle, so there's no exterior bolts around there. And it's got 20.8 42 rear tires, and also fresh coat of paint. And looks like we're missing a bolt. And that says DMI on the bolts. And I imagine those are probably DMI hubs. Can't say for sure, but probably are. There's that John Deere front axle. This is definitely a later model, 4850. Does not have a full rack of front weights. I think this thing's got a boatload of hours on it. They did put the John Deere gear reduction starter on it. Later models had the fan screen. Clearly the fenders are not set correctly at all. Also the late models had the drive shaft cover, and they've put the better steps on it, which is nice. And they've buffed it all out and all sorts of stuff here. It's open sesame. Oh wow, that's wore out. So we got some hinge wear. Headliner's tore. Looks like we got a new seat they put in here. And they've spent a lot of time cleaning on this. 1200 to 7. I imagine that's rolled over, and we've probably got 12,000 hours or better here. Doesn't look too bad. Triple remotes. Obviously all 4850s were power shifts. Broken. They've put a new upholstery on here. Kind of looks jacked up. This is supposed to be sitting like this. They did not put the clock back. It's no beauty. It's no beauty. It does have big rubber on the back, which is impressive for a 4850. It's got that obviously 4850 front hood. And I do like that John Deere front axle. So I imagine this is a 87 or an 88. But little lights broke out there. Just definitely been used. You know, little shit like this and all these holes drilled just drives me nuts. But she's been used. But well, you could spend some time and effort on it and clean it up and make it into something if you wanted to. Rear wheels has got a definite amount of like sandblasting look to them. Like I say, they painted these outer wheels. Kind of tried to dress things up. Yeah, lack of paint, lack of cylinder hooks. It ain't the worst 4850 I've seen. They've definitely done a lot of power washing here. But bigger rubber looks cool in here. That's looks good as them 2842s. Yeah, I've seen worse. It'd be a candidate for some work. You'd have to get some new fenders in the front and maybe set the wheels properly. Kind of loose there. Yeah, guy could. Steps tore up. Just a little shit all over the place. It just needs a good going over. Here's a fan screens missing over here. These 50 series had bad viscous fans. Yeah, that one's lock solid. Looks like they put an update kit here and went to one filter versus the double glass, or possibly that's just a later model. But yeah, you could make her into something, and then you can look up in there and you can see what this sucker looked like. Right, come in here. There's a hose that's already go to hell. But, yeah, cool. Not the worst 4850 I've seen. So definitely could make a fair tractor out of that one if you were looking to buy and save some money and get 193 factory PTO horse. There's a 8245R next to it. Almost makes these look small. Now on down the line, they had a $88.50. That's something you don't find every day out in the dealer lot. And I think this was a fairly lower hour tractor. Oops. And original tractor. Doesn't look all that bad. Clearly had the same problem ours did. 3-point settle on these, so they made themselves a nice little apparatus there to hold that. Factory triple remotes. 3-point PTO. That's unusual. It does not have the big tires. This one here is 650 65 R38s, which I believe would be a 20. Oh no, that's like a 20.8 38. That's something they put on here because you can see they got additional dual hubs and does not have the factory cast centers. They put the LED lights in here. It is a factory quick hitch, and those are hard to come by. I always thought those were cool. Kind of an interesting look. Yeah, those are not factory tires or wheels. That's something that somebody's stuck on here. But, yeah, we used to have we actually had 2 of these in our lifetime of farming. These poly panels here, they get pressed in. We got that exhaust pipe there as one of the last ones in inventory, and then this belt tensioner right here goes down for the idler. Oops again. More LED lights, but those belt tensioners, when we were fixing up ours, we got the last one that was ever known in history to John Deere. They had one in England. These had 3 oil filters on these tractors. They had 2 spit-ons here, and they have a bypass that lays in a drain up here. Turbocharger sits sideways in the valley. They have that wonderful backwards door. Ooh, that's a trash pit. The seat's pretty clean though, so I'll sit in it. Some of these don't even like getting in. A 5707. I remember the salesman said it was a quite low hour tractor. The problem with these tractors was the engine was the frame, and the front axle on these pivots like this, whereas all our 4-wheel drives pivot in the tail. And all that big pressure, them duals and everything twisting that engine block, eventually it just destroyed them. But yeah, time for a headliner, to say the least. It's just completely nasty. But I never understood why they went to the single lever quad range. The dual lever quad range is so much handier, and they had the dual lever on like an 8630, then they changed that over and went to single lever quad range for some unknown reason. I think it was so guys didn't kind of bind them up inside. You had to shift one, then you had to go the other. Forced you to do it the correct way. But I never cared for it. These engines were definitely one only. This was the only tractor produced by John Deere that used this V8. And what a freaking nightmare to work on. But anyway, the hood flips up on these and you can get the sun of it. But they were a bit of a unique 4-wheel drive, and they had their problems. You know, part of the transmission was back here and part of it was up there. Clutches and stuff were up there. They were in a league of their own prior to them coming out with the newer series. Obviously they've stuck with the newer series design just like everybody else. Frame rail pivots in the rear. These are 9360Rs. That 8850 be 303 PTO horse factory. By today's standards, not huge. But that big 955 V8, a lot of them would produce 450 horse pretty easy. S670. There's a 9770. They definitely got a lot of combines down here. So I'm gonna take a look at these. And just looking at this 9770 here, it's not a Pro Drive. If it had been a Pro Drive, you'd have some more orange buttons down here. You wouldn't have your gear shift. So it's usable, but in my opinion, it just kind of ruins it. But it's still not a bad looking combine. And these cabs are sure small compared to what they got now. CR9060 sitting here on the lot. I am just not a fan of these New Hollands. These are much the same, like axles and cabs, everything release the cab shells. You know, they followed the international combine, and they tried to follow primarily the flagship series, but you know, same wheel designs and everything else. But these New Hollands, you know, you just get a lot of similarities here to international, but you got a lot of failures too. I never cared for them. Stuff like this auger along the side here just seem chaotic to me. They do have the chopper in the right location now. It appears to eject through the rear. But yeah, kind of a neat looking combine, but I'm just not a fan of them. I don't think I would ever want to buy it because I think you'd be stuck with it. Yeah, it looks to me like somebody got away with the auger up there and took care of the side on this one. And a typical story, they want a crap ton of money for a lot of very beat up iron. These dealers seem to have this mentality that they need to make $75,000 plus per combine transaction, which is just insanity in my opinion, and not really profit margins. I feel that they make the first 10 grand and be happy and move on. But what little research I've done, some of these dealers are making $45,000 to $70,000 on these things, which is just crazy. And we're walking down the line here, and it's just rinse, lather, and repeat. You know, same combine over and over. S series, blah 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 blah. Same options. You know, same thing over and over. Giant ass sticker price. And I don't know. I just need to get a combine bought for fall, but from what I'm finding, and the prices on these are just pretty disgusting. Got some headers over here. .630 flex draper. That's a new 30-foot flex draper. You cannot run these on a 60 series. You can run them on a 70 series, I believe, with some updates to them, but not a 60 series. And I'm just going to walk around out back out here and see their combines they have out here. There's a 9770, and I haven't really found anything yet that guaranteed going to lock down for a combine. There's a 706 corn head. Brand new 706C. Nice little 6-row. With probably a very, very large price tag. But a nice looking head. Hey, I finally walked around the lot long enough. Looks like I found a 9770 Pro Drive. And feed rest chains lobbed off to one side, dent there. Dual tires are pretty much shot. It's definitely been used. Broken there. Sagged out. You know, these dealers would probably want $130,000 for a combine like this, and a lot of times the trade-in quote's about $45,000 to $50,000 or $81.20, which is tenfold what this is, and especially in condition. The trade-in quote was $75,000 was all. It left rotten grain in the tanks, easily oozing out of there, starting to. But yeah, she's no beauty queen, but it seems to be pretty well equipped. Look around the other side. 20 to L26 rears. Looks like it has some cosmetic damage along the side there. A little bit, not bad. Does have rear wheel assist. Get your rear tires, which are crap. combines that seem like you get them, they always need about $15,000 of work. Chopper in there doesn't look too bad, probably been replaced. There's a S670, it's brand new tires. I don't think that combine's ever been run. Definitely got some stainage over here on this left side where they've let the grain run down, even to the point of eating paint off. So yeah, she's no beauty queen, that's for sure. You know, I'd get to go out and pay $130,000 for something like this. Just pretty sad, you know. It could be cleaned up a little, made into a decent combine though, I think. But the price tag they have on these things for, you know, what condition they're in is pretty disgusting. Like I say, you know, you look at a 8120 as clean as it was, really didn't need anything, and you're gonna get a $75,000 trade-in quote. There's some mouse shit to see. Gross. Brush it off my hand. Probably got coronavirus in it, but guess we could light it up and see how many hours are on it. And for all I know, this could be customers. But hey, it does have Pro Drive, which is cool. I think it's been a smoker's lounge in here. Kind of want boot up, baby. But yeah, these combines, these dealerships, damn, they make a lot of money for what they do. Holy freaking hell. 46.57 and 32.40. Well, this ought to be selling for about 65,000 bucks. I'll have to look this up, but the price in the description below. Like I say, if it's even for sale. The duals are just totally wore out too. But what's funny is it's very well equipped, you know, with options, electric mirrors, and it's a very well equipped combine. But for crying out loud, yeah, wear on that thing with them kind of hours, it's just gonna be terrible. But yeah, it could be made. It could have made into something that would work. Well, anyway, I'm gonna walk around here, see what else I can find. I'll put you guys on pause, and I'm gonna get the serial number off of this right there.